Hey people, Infantry here, 53 SDL Province, Blue Team. It's Nurland with an Eversor assassin, a risk-reward melee brawler that explodes on death. Alongside Raven's Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control, the Wordbearer's DLC here. And rounding off the team is Jamboo with an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialized ranged weapons. The red team is Tyranids all through it. We have just want to play with a Hive Tyrant, a very durable hero walking through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense, disruption and support, begins in melee with a basic synapse. I shall call you Rodriguez. Alongside Mendicant bias with a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support, begins with a ranged weapon. And rounding off the teams, Unununium with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist to infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support, skulking around on the east side. Looks like it's kicking off on west maybe. Just Rodriguez coming in to get the decap on the VP. Where's the Eversor? Oh, looking at his rec point. He's happy with it. Decap there from Rodriguez. Now they can move in on the strat squad, most likely kicking off in the mid. Doom bolts. Bad news for those Termagants. Killed 3 of them outright. Doom blast on the Hormagaunts. Just trying to judge this melee fight here. Looks like the Hormagaunts are going to be okay. Looks like the Heretics are going to be okay. Sorcerer taking a lot of damage. So Sentinel does have the ground pound. Gets it in. Strat squad have dropped a model, I think. Yes, they have. The Eversor did pop Psychon. And maybe he can get onto the power here, just want to play. I notice Mendicant Bias has not built any tunnels yet. I wonder if that's because of the tunnel bug and they just don't want to use them anymore. They discovered a pretty major bug with Ravener tunnels and Eldar webways regarding requisition points and how they mature over time. For those that don't know, when you capture a requisition point, it starts off giving you a small amount of requisition and gradually gives you more as time passes, up to plus 15 maximum in a 3v3. But apparently if you use a tunnel or a webway, it resets it back to the start, plus 5 for a 3v3, as you see here. I'm not sure if it's your hero specifically that needs to use it or if any of your units, because apparently it, for some reason, it checks if your hero is on the map, and if not, it resets the requisition maturity of your points. I'm pretty sure they've already got a fix in place for the next update. It's apparently been in the game since it was released, which is pretty amazing. Hasn't been caught yet, but now it has. I wonder if it's specific to Retribution or if it was in the original Dawn of War 2 as well on Chaos Rising. Pretty amazing, the stuff you still discover about this game. Kicking off on the east side, big 2v2 fight. Heretics having to flee, the Doom bolts wasn't great. Big melee in there with double Hormagaunts and a Warrior Brood. One of those Hormagaunts has adrenal glands as well. Cacophony from the Noise Marines. A gun line of Imperial Guard, but we do have Catachan Devils coming in too. There's that shotgun blast. They should have aimed at this group of units, I think. Although the grenade launcher worked well there. Backing off to the power. Trying to get defensive position because the Chaos player is off the map right now. Warrior Brood are a heavy infantry power melee squad that act as detectors. They also act as a synapse creature, so they are often the first target you go for. Catachan should be in melee here. They have power melee. They'll do a lot of damage to the Warriors. Warriors go after them. I don't think they should have done that. Catachans actually took a bunch of damage super quickly as the Termagants came in, and they are persuaded to leave. They only lost one model, but they would have lost models really fast after that if they didn't get out of there. And the Warrior Brood did not drop a model there. If they die, of course, there'd be a synapse backlash, which is why they are targeted so quickly. Crippling poison on the Heretics. That was not a useful Doom blast. Hormagaunts get stomped. Sorcerer maybe goes down, gets knocked over by the Warriors and does go down. They have that awesome little leap into combat. And lots of pressure on the power here, lots of pressure. I'm not sure why the CSM was so far forward there, maybe trying to get into melee with the Termagants. Catachans are back out. There's that grenade launcher. And they are going to break out here. Only lost a single gem, but they lost models and all the midpoints of the map as well. Something's on their VP2. It's the Warrior Brood and get a decap. Meanwhile, west side, Nurland has broken through onto the power. Has some operatives, which are getting the fallback plan. Allows them to drop a stun grenade when they retreat and also break their retreat, which is pretty useful. Isn't that what gives them the incendiary as well? Yeah, incendiary grenades on here too. East side, trying to get the contested power back. Maybe they should have gone straight for the natural with the Noise Marines, but they're trying to get these midpoints back, I guess. Does make a big difference if you can hold them. Back to the west side. Rodriguez, no war gear also for Nurland's Eversor Assassin. Interceptors on the way. Big tier 1 for Nurland, which is typically the case versus Tyranids. Since you know you're not going to face a regular vehicle in tier 2. So don't need to worry about that too much, although the Tyrant Guard can also cause you tons of problems. Psychon popped there, and a Doom Bolts out of nowhere does some good work. Uh-oh, Rodriguez might fall over. Oh, the Strat Squad didn't go after him there. They do have their Tomes of Titan kicking off in the mid, is it? It is. Doom Blast again was a little bit early from those heretics. Raven's Doom Blast play hasn't been stellar so far. Just got to try and be patient. I know it's hard when you're trying to run through crippling poisons and stuff. Keep the heretics back, wait for the front lines to clash and then send them in is another way to do it. You could of course just use them to worship as well. Get that element of surprise. Sentinel getting some repairs, although with the Warrior Brood spotting everything, maybe not. These Hormagaunts do have adrenal glands. 10% more health, 10% more damage. More leap attack range. What's not to like? Grenade in from the Stormtroopers. And there's the Incendiary Grenade. And the Interceptors are here. 30 DPS melee. Good chunk of hit points. Doing decently well in melee there. Strat Squad to help them out, of course. Already used their banishment. But here comes Just Want to Play. Doom Bolts. So it's a very good hit on the double termagants out of cover there. And Noise Marines with that Sonic Blaster doing tons of damage to the blobbed up infantry. Ravenna Alpha tries to get into melee. Actually has a melee weapon. Crippling Talon is in. Not the meta pick for a 3v3. Definitely his ranged weapon, his Corrosive Devourer would be the meta pick, but could do some great stuff with these melee weapons. Reinforced Chitin is up as well. This is the one that, oh yeah, slows stuff down that hits him in melee. And it doesn't have to be a melee unit, of course. You could tie up a ranged unit and they'll hit you back in melee, and then they're slow. And of course you're slowing them with your own melee weapon as well. Crossbow, bolt pistol on the field for the Inquisitor. Tier 2 for Nurland. Blood Crusher on the way. Heavy Weapon Squad on the way in Tier 2 for Jamboo. Hive Tyrant did have the Venom Cannon on the way when they went down. Tyrant Guard for both Mendicant Biased and Just Want to Play. There's double Ravenous up, by the way. If you didn't notice. Catechins get a level, they didn't. Really helps these guys to get a level. More health is always nice, but the extra energy to use those abilities. Lictor Alpha's being sneaky. Got the Toxic Cysts for damage over time to units around him. Also some nice health regen. And there's the Pheromone. Corrosive Claws on the way too. There's the Toxic Burst. Missile Launcher Sentinel. Gets a good hit on those two blobbed up Warrior Brood models there. And a shrewd choice to get this heavy weapon squad out. Really messed up that approach for Unununium, but now they can try to work around it with some sneaky stuff, I guess. But they do have the Catechins to deal with that can spot them. 488 to 306, kicking off in the mid. Sorcerer's down. Noise Marine's barely getting out of there. Blood Crusher's now in on the Warrior Brood. This is a Warrior Brood with adrenal glands, so they do have heavy melee damage, but they don't really want to fight a Blood Crusher, I don't think. Although the Blood Crusher doesn't have melee resistance, so maybe they can go against it and do reasonably well. They're going to drop models though, right? Down goes the Ravenna Alpha. Tyrant Guard is here. The Tyrant Guard does have melee resistance and tons of hit points, so it will beat the Blood Crusher. This is the warp, just warping the Blood Crusher to safety. I think it would have been alright though. Chaos Space Marines popping their slaughter and then regretting it. There's Catalyst on the Hormagaunts. Global ability of the Ravener Alpha gives you double damage for a unit, but they do lose health over time. Lose 50% of their health, I believe, so it can be quite dangerous. 488 to 244. Eversor Assassin levels to 2. No war gear though. Rodriguez, the Hive Tyrant, is still down. Ravener Alpha down towards the mid. Lictor Alpha could go and revive at least the Ravener. Quite close, as you can see here. Genestealer Brood on the way for Mendicant Bias. Chimera for Jamboo. And a Venom Brood for Just Want to Play. They're not up against a vehicle on the west side. I think they just want the ranged Synapse, and of course some anti-vehicle for the future won't be bad. Level 2 Lictor Alpha with the Corrosive Claws. Debuffing damage and... no, sorry. Increasing the damage they will take and slows vehicles down. A power melee weapon. Not bad at all. Did these guys get their Justica? They did. Let's have that furious intervention. Can Rodriguez get away though? Blood Crusher's there. They can't. We got some Plasma Stormtroopers as well. Blue team seem to be gearing up for a big west side push and attempt to stabilize their east side. Was that a zone thrope shot? It was a zone thrope shot. Zone thrope on the field for Unununium. Has some passive health regen aura business going on and some good AoE shots. We got a bunker though from Jamboo. I assume it's going to be a medical bunker to reinforce that stack of infantry there. Kicking off on the west side. Blood Crusher goes straight after the Genestealers and scares them off with the Demonic Roar. Double Tyrant Guards, so there's a lot of damage for the Blood Crusher to deal with. Noise Marines doing their thing. Lots of knockbacks from the Genestealers. They've got such good melee skill with the melee Synapse there, so they knock stuff down constantly. I think it gives them... I think they have 80 by default. It gives them 90 when they have the melee Synapse nearby. Chains of Torment doing some good work. Also saw the Psychic Field in there. No, that was Killzone. Yes, it was Killzone. We don't have Purifiers on the field. Killzone from the Eviscerator Axe, which could do a lot of work here with Genestealers and Hormagaunts around. Debuffs enemies in the area and buffs the Eversor. Very good area denial potentially. 455 to 196. Big VP lead for the blue team, but Raven just had a rough fight. Blood Crusher went down. Also lost their Noise Marines in there. But solid play on the east side for Jamboo. Pushing off the bunker here onto the power now. We'll see if they can make it work. Got one of the gens. It's good stomp as well. Nice usage of the Sentinel so far from Jamboo. Any other war gear for the Inquisitor? Nope. Crossbow bolt pistol is really annoying to deal with though. Not much you can do about crippling volley. Some Stormtroopers pulled in by the Inquisitor. Blue team pushed back on the west side, although red team are not here right now. Just Want to Play and Mendicant Bias are skulking around in the mid. Tyrant Guard smacking a power. Sneaky Stormtroopers looking to hunt the Zone Throat maybe with a Assault Kit. Oh, they don't have a Assault Kit yet. Tier 3 for Unununium. Ravens already in Tier 3. Just went Blood Crusher, went straight Tier 3 after that. And I guess they got the aspiring champion for these fellas. Double 2 CSM. Don't have a fantastic response to double Tyrant Guard though. Oh, that guy popped the shield wall there. I wonder if they meant to use the charge. Slaughter popped on the CSM. Genestealer's getting that heal on hit. There's the kill zone. Used a little bit too quick, I think. You should wait for the front lines to clash and then use your kill zone. Maybe they were just trying to make him move away. Oh, Bio Meltdown up on the Eversor Assassin, damaging all nearby units over time. But the Eversor Assassin himself also loses health, just tearing through these Tyranids though. Holy crap. Level 3 now. You also have Chem Cloud grenades, so they can really turn a melee fight in their favour with Chem Cloud grenade, and the kill zone just went down on retreat. Should get revived there though. 426 to 167. VP, says Mendicant Bias. It's a good Doom Bolts. It's a good Chains of Torment too. Raveners are getting shredded. They're going to go down, I think. 32 hit points, 31. They do get away. They got away. Blessing of Indrid there. Ravener Alpha now has the Synapse Aura for damage to buff Gene Stealers and stuff in those big melee fights. Tyrant Guard on the prowl. I think it should back off. You never know what the other team is going to come at the Tyrant Guard with. It's very far forward here. We have a Venom Cannon Rodriguez, the Hive Tyrant, trying to get a decap. Going to get surrounded. I think he still has a special attack with the Venom Cannon. Actually retains some decent melee damage with that thing. And it's a big old cannon. Back to the east side. Some good shots from this Sentinel. What level is this thing? Almost halfway through level 2. Lictor Alpha being sneaky behind this line of sight blocker. Well played Jamboo onto the power. Maybe Raven still doesn't have another unit on the field. Carnifex on the way for Unununium. Just want to play needs to go tier 3 or something. Tyrant Guard goes into shield wall, which gives it vehicle armor and some health regen. Not a whole lot the blue team can do about it there. Don't have any anti-vehicle weaponry really. A Shrine to Zinch shooting out Doom Bolts. They do shoot it down. They got it. They got it. East side, lots of stuff. Oh, this is Mendicant Bias reinforcing here. Now meets a heavy bolter. Gisela died really quick there. And a Hell Fury set up by the suppression from the Inquisitor. I think they got nerfed, wasn't it, in the last update? A little bit less damage on the initial drop. Carnifex with a Stranglethorn Cannon up for Unununium. Raven with a tank on the way. Is that Tyrant Guard still there? It is. They're slowly wearing it down, just sheer weight of fire. 426 to 87. Still that 2-1 against the red team. They really do need to get onto the VPs. I'm amazed that the blue team have done so well with Raven's depleted army. Gleeman Russ on the way for Jamboo. Jamboo's done pretty great on the east side, keeping pressure on the power here so that Unununium can't get out and harass other areas easily. Picking off in the mid. Warrior Brood getting too close, but the Tyrant Guard is there. Has found some Inquisitorial operatives which are having a bad time. Down they go. Imperial Abyss from Raven. Dodged by the Tyranids there. Completely dodged, I think, pretty much. Tyrant Guard is still around. Can't Chains of Torment the Tyrant Guard though, too big. Ravener Alpha gets away. Level 5, he's done well in melee, this fella. Hard to spot him with that, the Decorator. Nurland down to 3 units. Raven with another tank. This one doesn't have a mark. There's a Venom Brood right there. Doom Bolts doesn't hit super well. The Venom Brood don't seem to be shooting at the tank though. Down goes the Sorcerer. They do have the ranged Synapse. 35% more damage. Bloody hell. It's a lot. Ranged Synapse is beastly. Inquisitor with level 3 gets the revive, and I assume gets level 4. Oh, a little bit of crippling volley. Now revives. Sentinel hits level 3. Yep, there is a level on the Inquisitor. Back to the west side. Eversor Assassin goes for the VP. Has a Melter Bomb now to fight the Carnifexes. Sin-Skin Body Glove. Oh, which improves the Psychon, so it's not quite as damaging. Also gives some health and health regen, which is nice. Another Carnifex on the way. Swarm Lord already up for Mendicant Bias. Has that speed and reinforcement synapse, and indeed we did not see a single tunnel from Mendicant Bias. Wonder if it's worth using them in the very late game when you have a full army anyway and you have tons of upkeep. Maybe. Or it doesn't matter quite as much with you're losing the rec point maturity. And I'm pretty sure it's only your rec points, only the rec points you have capped. So in a team game, I don't think you're resetting all of them that your teammates have capped as well. Tyranids formation, was that 2 Tyranids formations? No, I think it was 1. Big fight here though. That Stranglethorn Cannon is so nasty. Forced off a bunch of stuff with the Swarm Lord and Gene Stealers and Melee Synapse block. Look at this thing. We've got some Grey Knight Terminators going after the Tyrant Guard, which is super heavy infantry. Down goes the tank. There's that kill zone. Interceptors teleporting in with the Furious Intervention. The Carnifex, it might be a Thornback. Hell Fury dropped in. Leman Russ trying to back away now. Swarm Lord is chasing it. What was the damage? Oh no, Raven lost both of the tanks. Red team in the ascendancy here. Sentinel goes down. Carnifexes are starting to roll. There's already a Swarm Lord chasing stuff into base. Grey Knight Terminators can't really fight a Swarm Lord with their power weapons. Swarm Lord has vehicle armor and is now leeching health from all this stuff. Leech Essence, I believe that's called. It's a great self-heal if there's a bunch of stuff around you. Can he get away now though? Because they are fighting. What is this? Oh, that's the Interceptors with their Psycannons on. Kill zone is there. Does that debuff the Swarm Lord? Melter Bomb thrown in. I think they can get the Swarm Lord here. There's a Tyranids formation. It shouldn't be too bad because of the base damage reduction aura, but still pretty nasty. They are going to get the Swarm Lord. But maybe that was worth. Mendicant Bias has tons of resources. Could get another one soonish. 374 to 72. There's a triple cap now for red team. Can the blue team hit back? Raven with another tank on the way. And a Vortimer Razorback now for Nurland. There's 3 Carnifexes on the field already. We have a tier 3 Lictor as well for Mendicant Bias. Are you a Thornback? You are. Smack. Las Cannon trying to make something happen. Tank is getting way too far forward immediately for Raven. Oh, I think the rally point was set on the Sorcerer there. And the tank almost goes down immediately. Needs to keep moving, I think. Thornback is on it. Somehow that was a rear arm hit. Carnifex charging through another Tyranids formation. Ouch. Tank is still going. Leman Russ is also quite low there. Las Cannon somehow survives. Melter Bomb again on this Carnifex. Why aren't you guys shooting there? Oh, they're shooting the other fella. There we go. Attack the same one. Some Spore Mines spawned out there, but they don't suppress these days. Interceptors teleporting forward. And here's the Vortimer Razorback as well. Psycannon on the back will do good damage to all targets. I think they can get one of these Carnifexes for sure. Yep, down goes one. They're still chasing. And having a teleporting anti-vehicle unit is pretty damn useful, it turns out. But now it's Gene Stealer time, and they're on the Terminators, and the Terminators, I assume, have used a Holocaust, setting up an orbital. That's nasty. I was going to say I assume they've used their teleport. I think one of the Terminators got caught in this. Eversor Assassin goes down. It was very tempting to put all the beams in the same place, but should have put them spread out, I think, because the first blast always knocks them away. Although it does give you the damage from all the beams as they lift up. So maybe that makes it worth it. The tier 3 Lictor of Mendicant Bias getting knocked around. Swarm Lord number 2 is on the way. Another Carnifex for Unununium. Have the blue team recovered enough here? Maybe. Got the red team down to 72. VPs, what is this fella doing? He's afraid of life, wants to leave. Just gets consumed by the Sorcerer level 6. Tome of Subjugation, that's a good way to get the Gene Stealers to stop being horrifically scary. Ouch. Almost a really bad day for the Vortum Razorbacks. Could still be a really bad day. Interceptors switching back to their melee weapons. And on the VP. It's going to be a 2-1 for blue. Eversor's still down here. Carnifex looking fancy. No upgrades on that guy though. Can the interceptors get it? Leman Russ needs some repairs. The interceptors get it done. Nicely done, fellas. Teleport away. Lascannon's getting shots. Are those stormtroopers? Oh, they're anti-infantry stormtroopers. They're assault kit fellas. Oh no, Lascannon can't get shots on the Carnifex anymore. Did not have vision there, I don't think. Good chains of torment with the Doom Bolts. Here comes the scary, fast melee Tyranid force. So those guys walked into the range of the chains. But now it's gone. Leman Russ needs to be very careful. So do all these fellas. Where's the grenade? Oh no, no grenades as they ran in. That could have been a good spike of damage there. They were probably trying to micro the Leman Russ to get some repairs and stuff. What is this? Terminators? Chaos Terminators on the field for Raven. Lightning Claws might be good to throw into those melees, but down goes the Leman Russ. Big assault from the Tyranids here. This might break the blue team. There's yet another tank. Is that the fourth one or the fifth one? Not going to last too long. There we go. Maybe it was only the third. Oh no, Mendicant Bias is a sound bug. Damn it. Let's see if the blue team can recover then. Fighting against an AI. Not sure when they're going to drop. We're winning anyway, says Raven. They are defending their natural, and they got red team's natural here. Stormtroopers through the mid. Some good DPS on the Warrior Brood. Chaos Space Marines doing some good work as well. We'll see what the Mendicant Bias AI can do here. I don't like casting soundbug games, guys, I'm sorry, but I didn't know until the very end here, and I'm going to see it out. Sorcerer's level 7. Carnifex is going to go down. That was Unununiums. I've already forgotten the colours. No, what was that? That was Mendicant Bias? No. It was Just Want to Plays. Carnifex over there. Back to the west side where it is still red. I think blue team have it. They've got this VP lead. I guess they were in with a chance of winning, even without the sound bug. They did have that big VP lead. It's a 1-to-1 cap here. Carnifex is eating stuff on the west side. Terminators might wipe. Carnifex does go down. Terminators have survived, although Termagants are trying to shoot them to death. He can't die to Termagants, fellas. It's going to melee. Oh, there we go. They're away. Down to 2 VPs, the red team. I think they are going to lose here. I thought they were really on the front foot. They had massive armies. Blue team were kind of reeling. Even with the 200 VP lead, I think the red team were in the ascendancy there. It looks like they have been thwarted by the Dawn of War 2 gods. It might just be Zinch giving sound bugs to people. Level 6 Inquisitor trying to cap here. Does have the Mandate and Purgatus. Swarm Lord is targeting what? The Terminators, I think. There is a Ravenant Alpha. There they are. Orbital. They're just standing in the orbital apparently. Still got 2 VPs. Oh, that could wipe the Gene Stealers maybe. Very, very close to it. Just 50 VPs and 1 fella. Venom Brood going for the cap. Subjugated Raveners here for people just want to play, and now they have to fight level 4 Chaos Space Marines. There's the Lictor Alpha though. Oh, and the Stranglethorn cannons here. Got rid of him. Look at this. Red team with a 2-1. They are not out of it yet. What is the Ravener Alpha up to? Level 7 has got Regenerate on. And Acid Splatter. The AI just starts buying war gear randomly. And then runs away. Okay. Is it going to survive? Looks like it. The G-Stealers are still milling around with a single model. Tier 3 Lictor jumping in. And then jumping in even more, apparently. And wants to run away. West side. Eversor is really thinking about the cap. Not doing it though. 196 to 2. Just want to play, reiterating the point that it's 3v2 right now. Eversor did get the decap. I think the current guard is going to fall here. Kill zone to help out this fight. That was good. More termagants on the field apparently for Mendicant Bias. The Mendicant Bias AI, I should say. Inquisitor in melee with the con effects. Not a great place to be. Catechins are still guarding the VP. Lictor Alpha is going to have a look at it. Nope, there it is. 2-1 cap at the end for the blue team. Would they have won anyway? Maybe. Nurland did have Terminators and a Vortimer. There were Terminators up. But the red team has had such strong armies when Mendicant dropped. I think the red team might have just bulldozed through. Very unfortunate. A fun game though. We saw a bunch of Tyranids fighting stuff. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.